What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you tune into another edition of my vlog. I want to say thank you for subscribing. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'm all about that positivity and that motivation. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to my Instagram, my Twitter, which is Big Herc 916. And if you need some life coaching, come check me out at bigherc916.com. I want to talk about people try to tell you how to live, but then they don't even want to follow their own advice. Those are the people you need to get the hell away from. Those are the people that when you're not in their face, they're probably talking about you. You know, people always want to think that they know what's best for you, but a lot of times they don't even know what's best for themselves. Life is all about finding your own path, about creating your own reality. It's not so much following what the next man told you, because what the next man is telling you is from his perspective. It's not your perspective. Your perspective might be something totally different, but yet you're trying to conform to their reality and you wonder why it doesn't work. Well, for one, it doesn't work for them. Because if it did, they would be living it. They wouldn't just be talking about it. And their actions are the telltale sign. So be conscious of what you take in as far as someone's advice and who you tend to follow. Because what you might be following could lead you down the wrong path, could cause you to make some terrible mistakes, or it could just simply further your unhappiness. Until you can figure out what your chosen path is, what you feel your calling is, you can listen to somebody's advice, maybe try to put it into your own context, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to follow their advice. And just look at the person giving that advice. Is this person someone you would want to emulate? Is this person living a life that you really want to live? I mean, they might say a lot of the right things, but when you get down and dirty and you actually meet some of these people who you idolize or you worship, you'll realize that a lot of them aren't what they appear to be on social media. They're not practicing what they preach. When you see them in the comforts of their home, it's probably nothing like you imagine. Filthy, ratchet, just not in the state in which you visioned. And you know, that's because people can sell you anything over a video, a commercial, a post. That's what social media is all about, is an illusion, you know, projecting something that you want people to feed into. Well, you have to be a little smarter than most to know that a lot of what you're hearing, a lot of what you're watching is not real. And you know, the advice these people are giving is most likely contrary to their lifestyle. Perfect example. Look at a lot of the stuff that goes on in the churches. They preach a good game, they talk all this stuff, and I mean, over half the you know, people out there who so-called are representatives of the word have gotten busted for child molestation. You know, touching on people they shouldn't have been touching on. But yet they continue to try to tell the next person what they should be doing. so hypocritical, man. And it's sad when you look at it in the big scope of things, because these are people that are taking advantage of others looking for guidance. These are so-called the chosen ones, you know, quote unquote, because they can somehow discern things in a book that you can't. And you know, it's not just religion, it's the homies, you know, setting you up for a failure, telling you, hey man, you know, we get down like this, we do this and that, and then as soon as you get locked up, they over trying to have sex with your girl. They go and rob your stash, you know, take whatever money that they owed you and spend it because they figure you're gonna be gone doing time. I mean, it happens in every facet: religion, the streets, business. You know, a guy that was supposed to be your partner, you know, something happens and now nobody wants to honor their agreement. It's a shady world when you look at a lot of what's being put out there, a lot of the information. You know, I talk to my wife all the time and I'm just like, man, who can you really trust? Who do you have on your side? Who do you turn to when you need that solid advice? And it's far and few between. You have to almost meditate and reflect on the people you have closest to you and come to some type of well-being within yourself before you can actually accept them into that inner circle. Otherwise, you'll be led astray, and like I said, a lot of these people you put your trust into, you'll get your feelings hurt. You know, hindsight is 50-50, but at the same time, if you can kind of step back and really look at what your association is, what direction you're going in. I mean, how many of you guys really do that? You know, actually take time out to reflect and say, you know what? In the last 6 months, man, I haven't really accomplished what I was, you know, looking forward to accomplishing, or I've been off my goals. I've been drinking too much. You know, I haven't been going to the gym like I'm supposed to, and you know, I just need to get back on point. Well, these are questions you need to ask yourself. Because like I said, the person most likely telling you, they're telling you one thing, but they're doing another. Are they practicing what they're preaching? Are they going to the gym 5 times a week? Are they eating healthy? Are they living righteous? I mean, you know, they don't have to go to church every Sunday, but are they keeping it 100 with you? Are they genuinely trying to see you win? Watch the advice you take, man, and pay attention, because there's a lot of Wizard of Oz stuff going on, a lot of puppeteering, and if you don't take the time to really break it all down, and you can get caught up in the hoopla, man, and that could be all bad, because by the time you realize that you've been led down the wrong path, you know, it's going to take extra effort to backtrack, which that's time you know that you can't necessarily get back. So peep game, you know, check the people you have around you in your circle, and just see, you know, is that guy who's always running his mouth when you're not in his face, how's he really living, or how's she really living, or are they just pretending? Big Kirk 916.